shit! Hello. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a tick. Wait just 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. I think we're live on LinkedIn. LinkedIn gave me trouble. That was part of the reason I was late, was because it kept insisting that it wanted a very particular set of rules on its titles. It said, no, Brian, you can't have 75 different words. You can only have 75 characters. And I was like, you get me again, LinkedIn. You're really letting me have it. Oh yeah, whoa, these are not showing up at all unless I do that. Oh, there we go. Oh, media shout. It's like PowerPoint for churches. Got it. So it's got kind of like a karaoke. Eat my resume. Let's see if there we go. Yeah, right? Shell 27th, I agree. That is an odd thing to say. It's odd for me. However, we respect all the lands, as you know, for anybody who's new among us. Any of the new among us, they shall know us by... Oh, get out of here. Are you kidding me? This did not just break. It did just break in a way that I don't want it broken. I don't like this at all. What do you say, Matt York? Hey, Matt, I got your Christmas card. Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, Keaton is here as well. In fact, we might even be able to... No, I don't think we could see him because I can't connect this. Hold on. And yes, the Humdinger protocol is in effect. God, I love you guys. This is amazing. you humdingalicious ding-dongs. Okay, let me solve one thing real quick because I don't know. I don't mind things being broken. I do mind not knowing why they're broken. That's the one commandment, is there is not to be one single slice of this operation that remains a black box to me. So when I go to QWOP, I'm going to bet that it's logged into the wrong Wi-Fi. So right now what it's doing is this app, you see right there, is reaching out to this camera by Bluetooth. Oh, look at that. It says connection failed. Please try again later. Well, then maybe I have to click connection method up here and tell it to log in. If I were going to guess, I'm going to guess that it logged on to the wrong Wi-Fi, is my current hypothesis. Live stream. No, it has it on Eero. What? How can this be? So in theory... Oh. Hold on. Well, that seems to be working. But now it says another one disconnected. How flummoxing. Beep. Right here. On my face. On me. What, pray tell, could this be? Dun dun dun. Actually, I'll kind of leave that. That's kind of fun. It's a little more mysterious, slightly more glamorous. Oh, and now this is showing up. Oh, look at this. I can command you. Do you hear me? Yes, my lord. I hear you. Look away. Now back to me. Now look away. What are you doing? Eyes on me. Quap Ika. You will notice my unfortunate haircut. Oh, there we go. There we go. I actually got a pretty quality haircut this time. Not bad. All right, guys. We are on it because we got an agenda. First of all, guys, I'd hate to say it. I think I'm gonna have to buy a mimeograph machine. Is it a machine? A mimeograph, or maybe it's just a mimeograph. What is a mimeograph? Let's find out real quick. How does a mimeograph even work? I don't know why I never paused to ask that. Okay, so what would it look like if we did a mimeograph? Oh, look at that. Well, that's kind of a neat shot right there. Totally unintentional, but I get it. There we go. Oh yeah. Look at that handsome devil. Nope. Maybe. Yeah, we're gonna have to manually zoom that in. But that works for our 3-shot though, doesn't it? Because we're at 4K, we have a little more size to work with. Hate to say it, but excited to say, have I tried turning it off and turning it on again? Indeed, I am certain that would have worked, but I didn't want to disrupt the flow. Hang on. Bonnie Brushwood, you're live on the air. What up, girl?
Oh, just trying to make calendar items.
Yeah?
Screw you, internet.
Hey, how do you think, we're about to find out how a mimeograph machine works. How do you think it works?
Wait, I've investigated this, but like, I was so interested as a kid that I asked all the questions. So
also,
now we're wondering.
Also, since we're on the air, I have to publicly eat a pile of dog balls and admit that you were right. You were the one that totally called that we should do a mimeograph zine a long time ago.
Thank you. Oh my God, the nostalgia. Yes.
Also, Dylan Theus is fast on the trigger. He goes, Brian is thinking about making a purchase. Time to hit up scamstuff.com, people. Let's go. That is Dylan Theus's great and wonderful gift, is that he is always there with a gentle reminder, like, guys, one shenanigan equals one. We all got to buy something from the store.
Yes.
Oh,
Let
good.
me see.
And then
okay,
just now Scam Nation showed up.
Huh?
Sorry, the chat just popped up for Scam Nation on there, so I got to say hi to Ruben Z, to Deck Conan 4230, and everyone else in the chat. Okay, so how do you think a mimeograph works?
Okay, well, let's remember like that ink would come off and it's like super smelly.
Everybody says that smell. I don't have a memory of that smell.
That's because you were never trusted to go pick up the prints because you were so ADD as a kid. I was the one that got trusted to go pick up the prints every time. So like, I always got to go get them. And you get them hot, and they were hot too. I'm remembering all this sensory information. Let me see. So they're kind of warm, and then they're also like, they have that smell, and then you would like get high walking back to the place, like back to your classroom, holding those mimeographs. So, and they had this kind of like faint blue. So now here's the nostalgia thing that like none of that sensory stuff will make it all the way to somebody's crapper, right? So
oh, that's right, because ultimately we are fixing the problem in the universe. The problem in the universe is everybody's watching TikTok while they poop, and what they need to be doing is reading our zine.
Right. So like, but it has that blue blue is kind of like a faded blue, and the ink wears out after a while. So the more you use it,
It's not a thermal thing.
It might be thermal. Well, no, it's not thermal. Well, something is thermal on it, I think. I think it kind of has like a thermal process, and then it rolls ink over.
Well, so it looks
like it makes a hard, like, you know, something to copy from.
okay, but
right?
but here's the part I don't understand is I understand that you're rolling like screen printing, but how are you making the original thing? Like, I thought there was like typewritten duplication on there. How would you typewrite on it or whatever?
No, you know what I think it is? I think it's the same thing from our jelly prints. So, like, you have, like, it's a crafter's thing now to do these jelly prints, and you can take, like, a printed thing. So, like, if I typewrite onto a page, then there's enough information on that page that when I put it onto, like, when I ink that page, and then I put it onto something.
Well, but how does it know?
So when I put it onto something, like, the page absorbs the ink, and then the part that has print on it doesn't. It repels it.
Oh,
so
got it.
What gets printed. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm saying it's the same method that jelly prints are made. So go for it. Now you gotta look it up.
Well, yeah, no, I'm looking at a whole bunch of archival stuff. Mainly, everyone's just talking about the smell, but I guess we'll have to learn all of that. I'm gonna have to.
And then you get this like weird artifacting too, like misprinting that would happen because like crud gets onto your originals and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and then I guess also because I was thinking that finally QR codes have a purpose, but they're not going to translate on Mimeograph, so we're going to have to do some kind of like.
Oh, I think they would.
I worry about the resolution on there. How
well,
big?
there is that. Like, I think that in today's world, you probably could. You would have mistakes, right? Like, I agree. I think there would be mistakes, but I think for the most part, they would print pretty good. But back in second grade, when I was getting high on Mimeograph ink, it was like, you know.
Oh, actually, BioCow points out that QR is built for error correction, so it could be a little bit sloppy on there. We might be able to do, if we could do QR codes on a mimeograph, then that means each zine can link to like, 5 or 6 pieces of media, which means like a individual video that you cannot get to any other way, or an individual audio track that you can't get to any other way. Wouldn't that be freaking dope? The only way is with that artifact. And because they would be individually made, we could figure out a way to encode it so that any pirates could get figured out. I always love that. It's like when
like
somebody
you're sharing what? You assholes, come on.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, so you're paying for it just to that's fine. The price is everyone has to know it was you.
Yeah, this is why we can't have nice things, guys.
No, this is why we can't have nice things, is because we call out people who default on the prisoner's dilemma. It's called the tragedy of the commons, people, not the cool everybody gets everything for free of the commons.
Yeah. Well, they do. That's the whole thing with the commons, is that they would get it for free.
But it ends in tragedy, though.
Is it?
Well, it's called the tragedy of the comedy. Tragedy of the commons.
Comedy? That's what your show is, the tragedy of the comedy.
That is true.
All right.
Okay, so yes to looking for a mimeograph machine?
No, first you have to look up how it's spelled.
I have to look up how it's spelled.
Oh my God, I'm thinking about my spelling tests. Where they give you the word and they say how to spell it, I would still make an F. No, I'm just kidding.
A Photograph 100 Ditto Spirit duplicator looks like it does.
Oh my God. Let's sell a T-shirt of that. That's what we got to do. Because that's a hilarious name.
Oh. Well, whatever it is, it's going to be this hand crank thing.
Yes. Yes. Hand crank.
Okay. Well, so I guess...
Well, how does it work?
I don't know. I'm going to have to rely on the commenters. The commenters have to tell us how do mimeographs work. So then that way, when they tell us, then we can make an episode out of it. And then we can sell zines.
See, that's the fun thing about having a show like these shows is that you can justify your stupid purchases sometimes.
Well, I mean,
like, I'm going to make an episode out of this. Let's make a $2,000 potato gun or whatever, tater tot gun.
Okay, you're literally talking about what we do.
Yeah.
All right. That's okay. This is rad. Mimeographs. So you're on. Okay, here it is. I'm seeing the comp of our zine. It's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So that's a cosign on the zine.
Yeah. Are you kidding? So Josie has already been.
Oh, by the way, reminder to everybody watching this. If you want to hear about the zine, signup.scamstuff.com. Signup.scamstuff.com. Remember, the robots are algorithmically cutting us apart from each other. The only way to stay together for now is to sign up on that signup.scamstuff.com. But more importantly, it'll be to get the zine. Soon the zine will be the one true way. Look at that. Modern mimeographing captured time. Oh, that's great. Bonnie, you gotta see this. It's like a 1960s mod font, and it says modern mimeographing captures time. 70 years could be a lifetime in business. Basic patents expire. Products and markets come and go. But today, after nearly 70 years, mimeographing is proving more useful than ever. Modern mimeographing is serving more people to produce more copies of written, typed, and drawn material, more kinds of copies on more kinds of papers and cardstocks in greater ranges of styles. Blah, 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 blah. In short, modern mimeographing captures time, and time today is essential to profit. A.B. Dick mimeographs and supplies are for use with all makes.
You are fucking kidding me.
Isn't this
A.B. Dick?
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is morning show not allowed for enough, not safe for work, or people at work right now? And then I just cussed.
We're live on.
Everybody shrivel.
I don't know. The only of the 5 lands that would care would be LinkedIn, and they're too busy. Oh, we're not even live on LinkedIn. They wouldn't allow because my title was too long because it was about the newly discovered galaxy that has male pattern baldness.
What?
Yeah. Well, really, it's a different story. Do you want to hear that story or?
No, I want to hear about mimeographing.
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't been able to get my fix for many years now.
I know. Well, so now we got to look and see if we can find a mimeograph machine. But I still don't understand how it transfers.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that out.
We don't trust the robots for this?
No, I mean we do, but we got to get hands-on with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, here I'm gonna. Bye. I love you.
Bye.
Okay. A wire recorder. That's a good one, BioCow. That's like a reel-to-reel, except on a single strand of copper, right? Ooh, sending self-addressed stamped envelopes. You guys, I still haven't done my episode riff on how the self-addressed stamped envelope made the Beastie Boys comeback. Self-addressed stamped envelope. That's the way to go. Let's see what you guys say. kind of want to see what happens if I just feed this in. Here, I'm going to stop this recording, and I'll start another one. I didn't mean to talk about the mimeograph. We'll get to the universe with the galaxy with male pattern baldness. Ah, steel wire. That's right. Yeah, I think we talked a little bit about that. I'll tell you what, man. Because of everybody's affinity for old school sending a letter, I suspect that a business model of just old-fashioned letter sending would work. Now, everyone is going to try to cost cut and save like 20 cents by doing some kind of bulk media mail. Don't do that. Don't do that. There are too many stories of U.S. Postal Service employees who are bad actors who just bail on entire pallets of those. And so instead, you're better off, and this is old school 1990s direct marketing, Brian, coming at you. Ounce for ounce, a U.S. stamp and a first-class postage, that will actually get delivered. And you could double stuff those envelopes. Hang on, let me see. I'm going to go ahead and we'll see if we can get this mimeograph on there. How many pages in our zine? And how often would you want them? And also, how many per year? I just got booted off my Eero. If I didn't know any better, I'd say somebody's running around with that Wi-Fi pineapple pager, de-authing me left and right. I slipped into Rush Limbaugh. De-authing me left and right. Let's go not to media. Let's go to, that's right, desktop temp recordings. We'll upload the bulk of the thing that we just did before we talk about the male pattern baldness galaxy. Alec could knock it off. There we go. Okay. While that's uploading, I can check in with you guys. 12 ounces in an envelope. That's almost a pound. That can't be right. A succulent stream. Yes, that's exactly right, Space Peanut. 89.93. Wow, did you did send a self-addressed stamped envelope? That's amazing. Oh, you're way yeah, 3.5 ounces though. That's still great. Now, even at a flat, I did a little bit of projection on there. A flat is like $3 or $4, but depending on how many we wanted to do. So the big thing is you want to look for your unfair advantage, and the unfair advantage that we have is the fact that it looks an awful lot like over the 15-year history of scam stuff, we have sent stuff to 70,000 physical addresses. That's 70,000 people who have taken a gamble on something called scam stuff, and that I can send a first-class letter to, inviting them to a fundamentally new type of RSS feed. So old it's new, but you understand. So a ditto machine is different than a spirit duplicator. Yeah, that's true. They did mail small children. That's a real thing. Which is pretty great. Built character back in the day. Okay, while that's uploading, I don't want to get distracted, but I feel like I'm gonna. But there's no two ways about it. Let's talk about, where is that? New galaxy. Alaknanda. Something. Behold! Alaknanda! So this is a research that was published just last month from India. Meet Alaknanda. 1.5 billion years old. Looks way too old for its age. You ever have one of those friends who like has male pattern baldness and a mustache, way too young, 16 years old, able to buy beer without getting carded? That is this guy. Galaxies at 1.5 billion years old are not supposed to look so distinguished and sophisticated. They're supposed to, the original thinking, the thinking as of 20 minutes ago, because everything keeps changing so fast, the thinking was that at 1.5 billion years in to the universe, you wouldn't have fully formed spirals. Everything would be a blobby moosh. But instead, I got to say this right, Alaknanda has spiral arms and is formed faster. So some of our presuppositions turned out to be wrong. Alaknanda. But this is from the James Webb telescope. Oh, let's see if there's anything else to say about it outside of what are the questions that it raises. So the age is determined by the amount of redshift. That's how they can tell how old it's supposed to be. I say, or how old it is. I mean, we're not doubting whether or not, we're not doubting whether or not Alaknanda alchemy. Alaknanda. Where is it? Alaknandar? Doggone it. A-L-K. Alaknanda. It's named after a Himalayan river. That's the important part. Alaknanda. The Alaknanda galaxy is redefining what we expect from a 1.5 billion year old. Oh, no. It's not 1.5 billion years old, as in that's not how old ago it was. I mean, the light that we're getting, this is from the very early days after the Big Bang. 1.5 billion years young. That's what it is. All right, I'm going to stop that. I'm going to upload that as well. Why not? See what happens. Maybe one of these will make sense. All right. Hold on. Hold. Mike in Oregon. What you missed is we were finding out how mimeograph machines work because we're talking about starting a zine. And we got distracted by a galaxy that looks too old. Like the kid with male pattern baldness who's able to buy beer without getting carded. Its name is Alaknanda. Oh, get out of it. I want to say Nandor. It's named for a Himalayan Alaknanda. Alaknanda. That's what it is. His name was Alaknanda. His name was Alaknanda. Thank you, Egyptian Ice. Its name was Alan Alda. Alaknanda. 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 I did. I'm summoning something and didn't know it. The world ended today when an unprecedented number of times Alaknanda was called. Yeah, dude, I still haven't finished the very last season of What We Do in the Shadows. Oh, no. I'm insulting it for looking old. Oh, man, we could bring back the spikes any day of the week. Right? We just need a paycheck to justify it. Question. The whole Schwood knows it all. Any concerns with either a single point of failure, something breaks and only you can fix it, or I only know what I know syndrome? Here's what I do know. I do know that systems built on black boxes are brittle and require too many inefficiencies. What we want is redundancies, flexible redundancies. I don't mind anything being kludgy as long as I understand why it's kludgy. What we can't have, because the world is only getting faster. This is the big concern. Is the world is only getting faster and human authenticity is only going to get more valuable, which means everything that stands between the human and their ability to execute has to be tightened. And the biggest time expenditure is going through another human. So when it comes to let me step on that a little bit. Except for like with editing, in terms of all the steps, there are a million editors that are going to be better than me, but I need to be able to post something at the minimum viable product quality. And in order to get to that, I have to understand why. And so like, as a result, that thing breaking, shit breaks all the time during shows. And you reroute power. I mean, think about Han Solo. That dude knows the Millennium Falcon inside and out. And when something happens, he flips some switches, reroutes the doodads to the whatnots. Why? Because he knows all of the systems. So there's no substitute for that. Now, yes, in that case, I guess another comp that you're bringing up, BioCow, is the Tony Stark versus Rhodey in terms of the armor. James Rhodes borrowed the armor, but didn't really know what it could do outside of fly and make him strong. But at any rate, my point being, yes, those are concerns. The real concern is trying to do too much myself. And I'm at that point with editing where it's like, now I can do it well enough and fast enough that I know to stop doing it. And that's when I stopped focusing on post-production and started working on learning the live switching for vMix. And now we're testing out this kind of process to see if it's possible to essentially begin with authentic reactions to things, give a word salad that gets distilled down by robots, and then that allows Brian to kind of curate. And yeah, even Han had Chewie to help him. Yeah, I agree. I need Chewbacca's, not other Han Solos. Yeah. Ultimately, we want to get to a place. So if you're a big enough multicellular organism, BioCow, and by the way, this worked when it was raining ad dollars during the apocalypse, but then that magic free, everybody's locked in a cage money stopped happening. And so for a brief while, we're able to be a good sized multicellular organism where the Brian job was just to float around from thing to thing and be Brian. But then as everything tightened, everybody needed to produce more shit gets tight and people move on. And so now we're at a place where, well, we can still do all of the things, but Brian's got to do the reps and be able to be fast. Like, for example, I want to ding myself. I started late today, and the reason I started later than I'd like was mainly because I started chasing down that Alaknanda galaxy story. That started to interest me. This is a very fancy mug. I'm glad you noticed, Cliff. Alaknanda. Annalisa texted to check in. Oh, I do believe we're going to have a great night tonight. I still have not solved for getting these chats on YouTube to pop up as fast as I'd like. Egyptian Ice reminds us it's Alaknanda. Okay. Well, here, let's take a look and see whether or not we get a suitable short out of any of this. And I may chase you guys off because we have Andrew Heaton here in studio, and we have to record alienating the audience. I was thinking about dropping our conversation into the main Mono Rogue feed. Yeah, Hararu, that's exactly what we're playing with. Is right now we're on everything except LinkedIn. We got, oh, you know what? I didn't test X. I always forget to test X. Let's see if it worked. Test. And no. Wait, what's the buyout Auntie Donna thing? Why are you guys talking about Auntie Donna? Pew. Let's see. Okay, so that means I gotta check this. And I'll bet this will come up with a whole bunch of things. Alaknanda. Oh, there it is. Now it shows up. Okay, so known issue to log is that on X we get delays. But it looks like if we missed anyone, we don't know who. Let's see. Oh no! I just realized. Whoops. Okay. Okay. These are going to take, they're going to have to cook for like 20 minutes, which means I think we're about to wrap up. Let's take a look at the agenda. What the freak is this? We found out that it's a new galaxy called Alaknanda. We did the office hours. We found out about a mimeograph. Oh, we should check in on this outside traffic story. Oh, dude, thank you so very much, man. Harari, that's amazing. I really appreciate that. Okay, so we had another banger pop yesterday. Look at that. Number one with a bullet, 55K. Pew, 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 pew. That's really good. And people watch almost the whole thing. That surprises me. And it's building up steam. Didn't expect that either. So 70.4 is slightly below what normally makes for a super banger, but let me look at it on the mobile app. If you guys haven't been watching every single thing that I've ever put online, first of all, how dare you? It's all great. What are you doing with your life? You're really missing out. I say so much awesome stuff. Even I forget how awesome the stuff I say is. There we go. Okay, so in this case, we want engagement. Yeah. This graph is only available on mobile, and it shows up to the minute engagement rate. So it launched at 67.7, which means then it got to 72. 72 is the average of good, which means 72% of everybody who served it sticks around for the first few minutes or few seconds. But now it's gone up, which means it's finding its lane, which is pretty good. DZ Ren, I got invited to go to Kill Tony, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. I got dinner plans, so we'll see. Ooh, Deck Conan 4230. Why no magic talk? Because I exist in multitudes, my friend. I have reached the age and the level of expertise where I am wise in many things, and I am here for all of them. If you have questions of magic, by all means, allow us to speak of magic. But just as Penn and Teller were experts of bullshit, so too am I an expert in many domains. Have you listened to all of World's Greatest Con? It's the thing I'm most proud of. Yep, I almost said my daughters, but nope. I don't want my daughters' names on my tombstone. I want World's Greatest Con. And then on top of that, we got a whole new direction where we're gonna literally save the planet. Turns out that the skills of deception that make for an extraordinary storyteller and magician, they are needed in much more pressing times and places. For example, here, let me catch you up on this. Sounds like you missed this Deloitte Consulting article that says we are in terrible peril because guess what? The robots are getting very, very good at lying to humans. Think about that. The skills of a magician are about to be desperately needed to save tens, hundreds of billions of dollars. Just 8 years ago, less than $2 billion of fraud was reported by robot-driven deception. Now, we're up to around 16 billion, projected to be 40 billion, north of $40 billion of reported fraud. That's the numbers. Reported numbers are the numbers they report. And I got news for you. For a magician, we all like to think of ourselves as being indispensable, as having some kind of unique, powerful skill, but we're not doing anything. We're folk scientists. We're like farmers who didn't know nothing about genetics or Punnett squares. We just had an intuitive understanding of how to fool people. And now that matters because we have an entire crop, a whole generation of youngsters who've grown up believing that conversations like this one are high-fidelity conversations, and they are not. They are incredibly lossy. They're lossy compression algorithms, which means the ability, the artifacts of deception are easier for robots to manipulate us than ever. Meanwhile, we're feeding it all of our hot buttons, all of our triggers. I've often said that if I were a bad actor, if I were a bad guy, I would already have an army of robots befriending a bunch of people who aren't super old yet, just with casual acquaintances, just thoughtful things at all times. I'd run server farms so that 5 years from now, it would never occur to them that they've had a friendship with a robot, and then I could extract all of their money in some hard-earned scam. That shit is happening right now, and it turns out that you need somebody who spent, I don't know, hypothetically 25 years working. You'd want them ideally 25 years in social engineering, a background in performance. You'd probably want them to have had a front row seat maybe seeing preview versions of ChatGPT even before it got released, all the way back to GPT-3. Probably want them to have a tech background. Probably want them to have an award-winning keynote that's been performed everywhere from South by Southwest to TEDx stages to the highest level of law enforcement. Yeah, man. It seems like there's a lot going on. And yes, among those things, one of the chiefs of importance to me is helping you guys to become independent creators and to foster in the new crop of magicians. All right. Go watch that video right now. I don't know which one. It's about the friends we made along the way. You gotta believe it. That's interesting. You're talking about this. How would I switch it to mobile view? What's the URL tag? Is it AMP? Something AMP? That's interesting. Yeah, no, using yeah, when we say flirt, it's easy to think of a vaguely creepy or overtly creepy world of pickup artistry and all of that stuff. But yes, ultimately using deceptive role play as a way to encounter another human mind is more valuable than ever. We are going through, as humanity, we're going through a literal existential crisis, both of meaning in terms of the way we make money, the elite production of ideas. And so as a result, while on the surface, it's tempting to give in to anxiety, instead, I am of the opinion, and I tell others, get good at talking to other humans. Practice. We all have to go to the gym. We all took 5 years off, being locked in a cage, told introverted up, get in line, do everything via virtual blah, blah, blahs. I am selling on polish because polish is cheap. I'm buying on authenticity, which is why I've shown up every single day, give or take, every single day for what? Coming up on nearly 3 months now. It's been quite a bit. Oh, I get it now. You solved for X, solved for Twitter. Yeah, dude. And the fraudsters, they understand the weak parts. The weak parts is a human. Now, here's the thing. Everybody in tech, everybody in security, as best I'm able to see, is trying real hard to solve what looks like a robot problem with more robots. But ultimately, no two ways about it. You've got to toughen up the sheep. You got to take the sheep, let them out of the pen. You got to hand them a wolf mask and say, hey, guys, we're going to play pretend being the bad guys today. Where is the rest of my team? You are the rest of my team. It depends on which project we're talking to. 6, 7, 8 folks spread out all over the place? To be honest, right now, the thing I'm excited the most about is a little thing I like to call indentured servitude. My daughter is about to graduate straight A pluses from Southern Methodist University, and she doesn't want to head straight into the job market. And I say, well, good. I would love your extraordinarily talented mind to go to work and help me with production stuff. And then we'll figure out kind of what the shape of the next few years looks like. But for right now, we did a pilot program with Clemson University testing out a new method of deceptive role play, essentially taking the same teaching methodology that worked in Scam School, but doing it in the much more urgent pro-social dominion of protecting against the scam-pocalypse. The results were extremely promising. And so some folks are like, fun to start up, but it's not ready to scale yet. So right now I'm just doing a bunch of keynotes, including, okay, I'm not supposed to, I got an exclusive for you. I was told to hold off, but I'm not going to hold off. I'm going to let you guys know first. Do me a favor, play along with me. Head on over to scamstuff.com. I'm going to teach you a secret thing. You will not be able to find it anywhere on the site. If you look around, you're not going to find this. I want you to type. Actually, type the word Scampocalypse. Nope. Just Mark. If you type the word Mark, you're going to find a secret workshop that we're doing in Clearwater, Florida on March 2nd. There's a convention called Convene. The National Cybersecurity Alliance is doing it. It's a convention of a few hundred folks. Perry Carpenter and I are doing a very special 6-hour workshop. 3 hours of instructions, 3 hours of hands-on interactive stuff. This is where I'm going to be doing my best keynote. That's where he's going to be doing his best keynote. Then we're going to teach you guys active role play exercises and deceptive techniques. Then we're going to do Q&A with making your business safer. That is March 2nd. You do not need to be attending. This is sort of like, South by Southwest. There are some badged events. This is a non-badged event. You do not need to be attending Convene to do this. So you could buy a ticket, $300 for the day. It's going to be amazing. The only way for you to find this is to search for this name, The Mark and the Mask, Swapping Roles in the Scampocalypse. Originally, I wanted to title it Solving the Scampocalypse, but Perry pointed out that, oh boy, in security, they get a lot of people promising to solve things. And we are, and truthfully, the solution that we're selling is no two ways about it. You got to take your team to the gym and actively practice role play deception on each other. What do you say, Miss Vors? It's so good to see you. Just the other day, somebody, I was out on the street. Who was it? Somebody was like, whatever happened to Miss Vors? And I was like, I don't know, man. But if I ever run into Miss Doors, I'm going to let he, she, or they know that they are deeply appreciated. And they showed up just in time. Yeah, actually, BioCow, that'd be great. I'll tell you what, BioCow, you're around a lot. If you want to call in tomorrow, maybe we could talk a little bit about that aspect. That'd be good data gathering. In fact, any of you guys who want to call in, you guys know where to hit me up. The last bastion of real connectivity. Brian@shua.com. Drop me an email. Most importantly, get on that email list. Signup.scamstuff.com. You and I both know it. There's only two ways we're ever going to stay in touch. One is by the email list, because eventually the algorithm gods are hell-bent on dividing you and I. I'd prefer that didn't happen. But we should stay in touch via email. So sign up at scamstuff.com. Or, I don't know, maybe I should have a zine. That's what I want to do. I'm solving for the Scampocalypse. That's exactly right. Mr. Dumbledore is right. All right, guys. I'm going to get my day started. I should have had this ready to go, but I didn't because I'm dumb. And because I'm dumb, I have to run my mouth just long enough for me to cover the fact that I'm loading this up to grab this thing so that I can throw it right here so I can hit play and cut to it as I bid you a fond adieu and resolve the evening to its tidings. All right, love you guys. See you tomorrow.